Okay, a little take on some bass ideas. And the one thing is to notice patterns and know where certain chords are, right? So we talked about the key of F, and we could play it way down here, right? So we've got this F. And in that case, then we need to go up to the 5 chord on the C there. Then we would hit a D, which would be almost like going backwards, right, to the -1 fret or the open fret. You're not really, holding anything down, obviously. And then we'd go back to that B flat. But that pattern, you might notice that you're going to play that in different spots. Now, if we didn't want to play that low, we wanted to stay up here. If we consider this to be our 1 chord, then the one thing we know for sure is that the one straight up from it, in terms of elevation, but in terms of pitch, it's the same fret basically, but on the E. And then you'd go up to the 6th chord on the 10th fret, and then you go back to the B flat on the 6th fret, 4 chord. So 1, 5, minor 6, 4, 1, 5, minor, and then the 4. Right, in whatever order that happens to be. Let's say they do it like a 50s, 60s, and then to the 4, and then the 5. 1, 6, 4, 5 instead. That could be another option there too. And then you could always go the other direction, right? Now we use this pattern down here to associate this. I would do the same thing here. I would go, and then where this was an open string before, now it's just the one back from the root, right? So now it's on the 7, and then you'd go to the B flat right there. So there's your 1, your 5, your minor 6, your 4. Like that. So that's another thing. And you could always mix them up, right? You could go and then go to the B flat here. 1, 5, 6, and 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, or 1, 5. Then you could go, that'd be a pretty big jump there, but if you wanted to, you could do that easily. And so those are just a couple things to realize. And then even other patterns that you see, like let's say we did this pattern here where we went, so we do like an E to a G to an A, right, like that, and then maybe even to an F, or let's say we even did the famous A to G to F to E, right, A, G, F. Then what you have to realize that if somebody said, okay, well, we want to play it, let's say we want to do it in D minor instead. So in that case, you want to think, okay, well, that was when I did an open string before, that's going to be there, right? And then if I were to go to the 3rd fret, so to speak, from there, and then the 1st fret from there, so you got your 1, your what would be considered a kind of like a 5 and a 4, but against the minor, right? So it's 6 chord, 5 chord, 4 chord, and then you're doing would normally be a 3 chord, but because you're going to go and play it as a 7th, it actually turns into more of a 5 chord leading back to that D minor. But anyways, so you went here, 3, 1, 2, open. Now you're at 5, 8, 6 to 5. So the 5s are your new open strings in that case. So there you go, little take on the bass patterns.